it's almost right about that time that we have to connect with Dr. Mabila Mathebula. We are going to talk about matters of the heart with Dr. Mabila Mathebula. And, today's topic is actually very interesting. We are going to diagnose love. Have you ever diagnosed love properly?
No.
So the reason being you feel like you're still young to be able to diagnose love, right?
Besides that, I don't know where to start.
We have had young rappers that came to the show, and the one was had just turned 15, and he couldn't remember the number of girlfriends he's had.
The boy got game.
Wow.
No, he's 15, and when
15.
he had just turned 15, right?
Actually, he was 15 then, about to turn 16.
About to turn 16.
Yeah, the boy got game.
And then he said, out of all the encounters that he had in his life, there were few heartbreaks as well.
Yep.
At that age.
I don't think he knows.
I don't think he can even hear apologies. But I heard.
No, he's a rapper, but he does have songs about love as well. Mm-hmm. So what is now your definition? Since you are the one that said the boy's got game, what game does the boy have?
How many girls? What boy got game? That's what he believes. Because he has multiple parts.
You know, me and Vision would do this show together, right?
Yeah.
And you can see the different age. Ne?
Yeah.
Obviously, there are certain things that might not really align.
Yes.
A lot.
Like now. I'm lost.
Exactly.
Because for me, if I ask a question and say, what does game mean? Ne? And you respond by saying game is game. That's not the answer.
I didn't say
just
game.
Said, how many times did you say game?
A lot.
I just said the boy got game.
A lot.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means he's got game.
Said more clout.
For me personally, it just means that he does have a game that will influence people in the wrong way. Personally.
Okay.
I see. And I'm guessing cheerleaders telling him he's got game.
No.
Exactly. He's got game. Even though it's bad, he still got game, Prodigy. Do you have his game? No. You're still looking for PJs.
Who says she's still looking for PJs?
Because you're both onesies doesn't
It is
count.
exactly 16 right here at VMC Planet Radio. Is a jam-packed show today. We've got Prodigy, we have Ntando, we have Kitu, and we have Vision. And I'm also here. And then on the line again as well, we also have Dr. Mabila Mathebula. Dr. Mabila Mathebula, he's not only a friend, right? Mm-hmm. He's also a mentor, and he understands the issue of reciprocating or reciprocation, right? Okay. And he knows how to choose his words, right? He chooses his words very, I nearly said wisely, right? Because he's a wise man, I'm not going to say wisely. I'm just going to say cleverly, because there's something about the word
wise,
clever, and there's also something about the word wise, because we know he's got wisdom, and everything that he says, there is wisdom in it. So, Dr. Mabila Mathebula, good afternoon.
Hey man, afternoon. As you said, I'm a mentor, but I'm also a mentee.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why I said all of this thing reciprocate as well, right?
Yeah, that's what you said. That's why I really appreciate, because I'm a student of life.
Student of life. So, Dr. Mabila Mathebula, do you have game?
Do I have what?
I think it's fine.
He has game. He has a whole lot of game.
Okay, Vision seems to think that you've got game.
Game?
Yes. Not a game reserve. Not a game reserve, but Vision says you do have game, and but I don't want to say either you have or not. But Vision wants to prove that you have got game.
Yeah, well, let him prove during the program.
Vision, can you prove that he's got game?
Who gives us new words each and every week?
So when it comes,
Sentence
so
construction.
when it comes to words, you've got game, Dr. Mabila Mathebula. I learned something today from Vision that it means that if you have something within you, it's called game.
Oh, that's good. He's a wordsmith. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Dr. Mathebula.
So, Dr. Mabila Mathebula, today we are diagnosing love, right? And love has got 3 components. But before we go to 3 components, how do we diagnose love, Dr. Mabila Mathebula?
Yeah, that's very important. Yeah. You know, it's very important for you to understand what type of a relationship you are in. And then, for example, when we look at the relationship, we look at 3 things. Firstly, we look at intimacy, we look at passion, and we look at commitment. Now, that's how we diagnose love. Now, for example, if maybe, you know, in your relationship there's intimacy and passion, it will give you a particular type of love. And that's what we are going to do today. You know, so that Vision can know exactly what type of a relationship he is in. You know, because it's not enough. It's not enough to say, you know, I'm in love, without actually knowing exactly where are you in terms of your love.
So, in other words, now all those words that you mentioned intimacy, passion, and you mentioned commitment. Now, if you've got intimacy and you've got passion, what is it that you have?
Okay, the combination of intimacy and passion will give you what we call romantic love.
And I like what you're saying now, Dr. Mabila Mathebula. We've got 2 young lady, beautiful lady at that, right? In the studio. You cannot see them because they are sitting on the other side. So whenever they have got a question, I think they will be able to ask the question. I'm sure you can be able to hear, but they've got keen interest in this topic, Dr. Mathebula.
No problem. We'll accommodate them.
So you're saying the intimacy and passion equals to romantic love. Now, if you've got intimacy and commitment.
If you have got what intimacy and commitment, it will be, you know, what we call compassionate love. That will be compassionate love.
So, and then compassionate, is it in the true sense of the word, Dr. Mathebula?
Yeah, absolutely. That's compassionate love. Yeah, there's intimacy as well as commitment.
Now, somebody's looking up to the lights now when you say when you said. Now, okay. Now, when you've got passion and commitment.
When you've got what?
You've got passion and commitment.
Passion and commitment is what we call fatuous love. Fatuous, it means stupid. You know, like it's not correct.
Because if somebody has to take, in fact, let me put it very nicely and simple, right, to understand. Now, if somebody has to describe you in a manner in which they want to degrade you, they will make a fatuous statement about you. Am I right, Dr. Mathebula?
Absolutely. Kambule would have actually said to you, good English.
Good English, yes. And by the way, those that don't know Kambule, is Dr. Kambule was a principal at one of the first private school in South Africa.
Yeah, Professor Kambule, T.W. Kambule.
Yeah, Professor Kambule.
He was my mentor.
Exactly. Okay, it's not bragging, man.
No, it's facts.
It's facts. So, Dr. Mabila Mathebula, then if you actually have intimacy, passion, and commitment.
Yeah, that's consummate love. It means that complete love. That's where we should actually strive, you know, to go, you know, towards.
So if intimacy and passion and commitment, right, is consummate love. And then I just have one very interesting question. Does the combination of three, right?
Yeah.
Will make one to have what is called connubial cementation.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. For example, if you look at the relationship between Jacob in the Bible and Rachel, it was consummate love because there was intimacy, there was passion, and there was commitment. And then you might actually ask me, what was the relationship between, Jacob and Leah, the second wife? Yeah.
What was that relationship?
Yeah, that relationship was commitment alone. And a commitment alone gives you empty love.
Did you hear that?
There's only commitment. Ke a mo rata because ke tla reng ke na le bana le yena.
Yeah. Sad.
So intimacy, love alone.
Yeah. What intimacy, love alone, or passion alone?
No,
about passion.
I'm talking about intimacy alone.
Oh, okay. Intimacy alone, it's just liking.
So
I just like you. Intimacy alone, there's no passion. It's just liking.
And then passion alone.
Passion alone, gives you infatuation. It means that infatuation means that you have got very strong feelings, but those feelings are ephemeral. They are very short-lived.
So, which also bring us to this thing because you define emotion as a strong feeling and strong feeling as emotions.
Yeah. An emotion is a strong feeling, and a feeling is a strong emotion. You are a good student.
Now, what is Tatomkhulu syndrome?
Yeah, Tatomkhulu syndrome is a situation in which parents who are assertive are in a position to jack up your relationship. Like, for example, Tatomkhulu was, he's late, was my friend's grandfather, who had a lot of lessons. And one day he asked his daughter-in-law, and he said, I can see that my son is not happy. Are you guys still making love?
Okay.
And the daughter-in-law said, yes. And he says, okay, if you are still making love, when last did you make love? And then she said, well, on such and such a day. Now, what I'm saying to you is, how many father-in-laws can intervene in that manner of saying that I can see my son is not happy or my daughter is not happy, and then, well, are you still guys making love? And if you are, when last did you make love?
And in most of our culture and black, it will be regarded as an abomination, for him to be asking that. And it will be something unheard of.
Yeah, well, but it doesn't actually help you because, in other words, a relationship needs to be monitored. And then you need parents who are actually assertive, like Tatomkhulu. Even next week, we're going to talk about something about the Tatomkhulu syndrome, where parents who are actually assertive, they help your relationship, they jack it up, to a particular level.
So I see, Dr. Mabila Mathebula, today we don't have anything on our vocabulary cabinet.
Yeah.
What do we have instead?
Well, we have got what we call quotable codes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then maybe Vision will actually understand exactly why am I coming up with these quotations, and they are related. And then you need to read between the lines and on the lines.
And out the line as well.
And the first quotation says, in religion, as in friendship, they who professed most are the least sincere. By Sheridan.
So the loudest mouth, right, will not bring any value or much value.
Absolutely. And the second one is that the most beautiful object in the world, it will be allowed is a beautiful woman. That's not Macaulay. Now, vision, if you read between the lines and on the lines, you understand exactly why am I bringing the two quotations today, based on what we saw on social media.
Yeah, the vision.
I'm still shocked by the second one.
Vision.
Now the two are related.
The two are very close.
We don't have to mention people's names.
Yes.
But we are actually saying in religion as in friendship, they who profess most are the least sincere. That is Sheridan. And the second one, the most beautiful object in the world, it will be allowed. It's a beautiful woman. I can also give you a bonus for this.
Please.
Albert Einstein, was actually asked to explain the theory of relativity. And then he said, if you sit on a hot stove for a minute, it feels like an hour. But if you are in the presence of a beautiful woman for an hour, it feels like a minute. That is relativity. Like, for example, in the studio, you have got beautiful women, and I don't know how long have they been there. Maybe they've been there for 2 hours or 3 hours, but it feels like a minute because they are beautiful.
Exactly, and we want to keep them here, and they're also going to entertain us. Dr. Mabila Mathebula, there's something that I need to tell you what is going to happen now on the show. These two beautiful women that are here, just after this segment, they are going to go against vision. They say they are an army that is going to destroy vision today.
Yeah, but what I know, they are an army of soldiers, but what I know about vision, vision is not a soldier, but a warrior. and vision should charm them and say to them, I love you not because you are beautiful. You are beautiful because I love you.
I like that.
So Ntando wants to ask a question, Dr. Mabila Mathebula. So I'll ask her to speak a little bit louder so that you can hear.
It wasn't.
Yeah, she's welcome.
It wasn't necessarily a question. It was when you mentioned the fact that commitment and passion, right? That kind of love, isn't it? Like, to me, I see it as lifeless love, just because you're there, right? You're there. You're not.
Yeah,
there's
but
no bigger picture. What's the point?
It's fatuous. Yes, that's what he said. There, Dr. Mathebula.
All right, so I was listening.
She just wanted to prove to you that she was listening.
Yeah, it's good that she was actually listening, because I'm saying, passion and commitment, it's a fatuous love. Fatuous love, that's stupid. It's stupid or foolish.
It doesn't have any value.
Yeah, it doesn't actually have any value, and that's why a lot of people, they end up being frustrated, because you are in a fatuous relationship.
So if you are in a fatuous relationship, you will actually end up being miserable in your life, right? Or in that relationship, yes. Yeah,
absolutely. Because I think we should be striving for the consummate love, where there is intimacy, passion, and commitment. And going back to the Bible, Leah was married to Jacob, and you know what was love? Ne? That was empty love, because there was only commitment. Yeah, and most of the women, like, for example, you look the story of Samuel, for example, Samuel's father has two wives, Hannah and Penina. Hannah, it was consummate love, but the other woman was commitment, because she was married, just to have children, like for procreation, but not for love. And that's why I'm writing a book about those women in the Bible, who have been relegated to the background.
And I'm sure we are all going to read the book. Dr. Mabila Mathebula, we would like to say thank you so very much, as always. We really appreciate. Do you have any Solomonic wisdom before you go?
No, I think I've given you a lot, and I think what Vision has to do now is to extol the charms of those women.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Mabila Mathebula.